Service announcement. The Green Bay Packers suck. I just love getting that out of the way. What's going on? I'm Dan Levy, Bears latest, Fan Art Sports. Welcome into the Bears channel where we talk all things Chicago Bears, trending news, rumors, and all content that involves your Chicago Bears. This is your channel. You get to speak your mind. We get to have it out. We get to discuss all the latest news and highlights and all the things that surround the monsters of the Midway. And none will be even more better than this season as we start to make our way, inching our way into training camp in Hallis Hall. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share this show and this channel with all your buds that are Chicago Bears fans. And anything you want to say it right here in the comments. I got you. You want to talk trash about me? I'm good with it. Have at it. I've been doing this gig and this kind of media interaction for over 25 years. So if there's something you want me to hit on, there's something you want me to talk about, you want to jaw back and forth, bring it on. Chicago Bears, we're all family. Have at it. If you're a Green Bay Packers fan, well, I'm so sorry for that one. But let's get into what exactly is going on today with the Chicago Bears. All right. With the announcement of Jalen Ramsey being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, this deal was done with the idea that the Steelers would also have TJ Watt locked up. They're at a contract stalemate right now, and everything was kind of revolving around what that was going on. Jalen Ramsey's $26.6 million contract is now about to be fully eaten by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And right now, again, TJ Watt is in the end and wrapping up a $112 million deal. So, with that being said, they are in a stalemate. They are trying to figure out how this is getting done. And right now, it's not looking great for the Steelers, which would involve the next question, and one that we always love saying the most. Could he be on his way to the Bears? Probably not. If I was a betting man, which, by the way, I am, I'm going to go ahead and say that he's going to not only just suit up for the Steelers, but this thing should be locked in here pretty soon. The Steelers already said they're not engaging in any talks with any teams right now. They're going to try to get this one done. And let's be honest, right now for the Bears, if they went all in on TJ Watt, they just don't have the money for a guy like that right now. They already invested in Odengbo. They've already done some things with this offense, and they've already done some things. But to be honest, we don't even know where this team is right now. We don't know what the Chicago Bears are right now. All we know is that we have a new head coach. We have the same quarterback coming in a year or two. Can he be better than he was last year, taking almost 70 sacks? Can he do better than he did last season? Can Robadudze take the next step and be a 1,000-yard wide receiver kind of guy that he's expected to be? Can DeAndre Swift be a running back that we can count on? Or will Roschon Johnson be there? Will Jaquan Brisker play a full season? Remember, that guy was gone for most of last season with concussions. Will he be okay? Will he be able to go? Right now, you're just not going all in on this team just yet. We have no identity what this Bears is going to be, what this team is going to be. And don't forget, last season, we were feeling the exact same way we're feeling right now. Chests all puffed out. Here we go. The Chicago Bears, they made some moves. They made some improvements. But a couple of months into the season, we were already crying over Caleb Williams not having enough protection. We fired, or they should say, it's not we, I didn't make the decision, but the Chicago Bears, they fired an offensive coordinator and then the head coach, and then we lost on Thanksgiving, only to make up one thing is that we actually did beat the Packers, and that actually made us all feel pretty good. But we don't know what this team is yet. We're not sure what this Bears team is yet. To go all in on a guy like TJ Watt, first and foremost, in order to do that, you'd have to actually give up a lot and pay the Steelers to even have a taste of TJ Watt. Then, once he comes over, we got to sign that guy. You got to give that guy a lot of money in the terms of close to $40 million a year, if not more, because that's what guys like him are going to be getting. That's a 6-time Pro Bowler right there. That's a guy you want on your defense. I would love to see him line up with Montez Sweat. That would be amazing. Not going to happen. So if we're going to talk about that one, it'd be great. Believe me, there would be nothing better if I turn on my television come September and the first game I see is TJ Watt lining up and being on the same backfield there with Montez Sweat. That would make me feel so good. But before we go nuts and start spending the FU money that the Bears probably could do, let's let's just put the brakes on this one. Let's figure this one out. Let's figure what this team is. And the pipe dream, let's just let it go just for now. Just because, again, we have no idea what this team is. Let's let this second year play out. Let's figure out if Caleb Williams is that quarterback. Is he that generational talent that everybody says he is? Was he worthy of a number 1 draft selection in last year's draft? Last season, we didn't see it, but that team was not what it is right now. It's not the team that is shaping up to be what's going into this training season and going into this upcoming NFL season. We all want to see what this is, but as real Bears fans know, you can only get too excited. You can only get that excited. And with that being said, yeah, we're not the only ones that have some interesting things about this one, about what's going on here with those guys. Right now, there could be a lot of things that are happening right now. One of those things would be Matt Hasselbeck. He had some concerns. He went on the herd this week and had this to say about his concerns about Caleb Williams.
Sacks would definitely be at the top of the list. Sacks hurt your team. They hurt your offensive line. They hurt morale. They hurt your own personal, like your physical, your body. But it's also very bad on the defense, that field position game. So it's this idea of protect the team. Sacks are an absolute killer. I thought if we were assigning blame to why so many sacks last year in Chicago, the majority of the sacks were not the fault of the offensive line. They were the fault of the young quarterback. It's very common. It's not special to Caleb. We've all lived it. And that's an area that he needs to improve on. And I think he probably will, but it needs to be pretty significant.
Is he right? Yeah, he's right. Matt Hasselbeck is correct. As much as I want to get on him and be like, you don't know what you're talking about, this is our Chicago Bears, he's right. Every one of those sacks we all felt. Yeah, we physically didn't feel it, but that destroyed every momentum of last season. That was one of the reasons why we were all screaming about an offensive line. That's the reason we've been screaming about offensive lines for years with the Bears. They have ruined so many quarterbacks with that lack of an offensive line. But you know what? That's the NFL, and a lot of those sacks weren't just on the offensive line. We don't know what this team is, and we don't know what year 2 is for Caleb Williams. However, they did beef up the offensive line this season. They did bring in a new head coach. We do have all new scenarios going into this season. Whether or not it comes to fruition, we're going to have to wait and see. However, what are we looking at here? What kind of quarterback is this? Is he going to be prepared? Are the schemes that Ben Johnson is drawn up, is that going to fit in well with him? Is that what it's going to be? I don't know. But again, all things we got to start to look into when talking about what it's going to be for our QB, Caleb Williams. And speaking about quarterbacks again, well, it's not just Caleb Williams. We got to wonder if who's ready to rock and roll. Tyson Bagent, overall good dude, backup quarterback, interviewed this week and expressed that even though he understands the pecking order, he understands where the Bears are going and what Caleb Williams is, he actually wants to make this a quarterback competition. Going into training camp, he wants to show that he's the number 1 guy. Now, first and foremost, I like this in a few different ways. Number 1, this lights an extra fire under Caleb Williams. As if that guy doesn't have enough stuff to worry about. I don't want him being that secure in this spot. I don't want him thinking that I got this locked up no matter what happens. I want an extra little piece of tinder in there, a little kindle wood, if you will, to keep going and making Caleb Williams say, not only do I have to worry about performing, not only do I have to worry about making strides this season, but I got another guy underneath me that is making it so I need to go ahead and perform. I got to be better than good because there's another guy underneath me that really wants this shot too. So a competition can only do good things in that quarterback room. The other thing I actually like is the second part. Should anything happen to Caleb Williams, I like knowing that Tyson right now is training to be number 1. I like knowing that, you know what, should we have the whole, next man up situation? That dude's ready to roll. That guy is good to go. Last season, it was just the next man up. We got a sloppy offense going on. Let's see what he can do. Hopefully he just, he doesn't sink the ship. Hopefully he keeps it swimming until the guy comes back. And when Caleb came back, that was good. But again, I want to know that the guy who's going to possibly be stepping up, should something happen for Caleb Williams happen, I want to know that he is okay. But the only thing I don't like is that we've seen Tyson Bagent already. I feel like we've seen the ceiling on him already, right? We saw him, we watched him, we kind of saw that he's good and he's like I said, the worst word I can use when it comes to Bears quarterbacks, serviceable. I've said it before and I've said it again, but we've seen serviceable line up under a center in a Bears uniform. Isn't that right, Kyle Orton? Rex Grossman, you hearing me? Josh McCown, serviceable. We have a whole roster of quarterbacks that have been lining up through the years that have been serviceable. Let's hope that there's enough running backs and some wide receivers to bail it out. And thank goodness they had defenses and Hall of Fame linebackers that were taking care of things. But I am tired of having it be a serviceable Bears team. I'm tired of knowing that the next quarterback is just good enough to not blow the game, that he's just good enough to try to get better field positions. That way when the defense takes over, they're not completely screwed. So, again, Tyson Bagent, do it. Do it. Prove me wrong. Prove me that you're better than that. Prove to everybody that you could possibly be a QB1 somewhere, and who knows, maybe you could be a Hall of Fame quarterback yourself. I would love it. I would love to see the actual improvement of Tyson Bagent, but I feel like we've already seen it, and I feel like we know what the score is with that one. I don't want to see it again. That's going to do it here for my thoughts and what's going on here with the Chicago Bears here on the Bears Latest. My name is Dan Levy. Follow me on all the socials at Bass on Air, BASS on Air. And let's talk about more Chicago Bears. We're going to keep on moving this train. Who are the Chicago Bears? What kind of trades are going to be happening? A lot of rumors are going to be swirling around, and somebody keep the score out there. I did not mention at all today that there's a possible trade rumor for Cole Kmet. Finally, those words didn't come out of my mouth. I'm good with that one today. But tomorrow, who knows? Could be completely different. Once again, I'm Dan Levy. This is Bears Latest on Fan Arch Sports. And don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, do all the goods. We'll chat back and forth. Anything that you want to hear, want me to talk about, bring it up. And who knows, you might even make my mailbag segment as well. Let's have some fun. It's all NFL. It's football. It's the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, the Packers suck. See you guys next time.